but I do think that it's kind of a distraction. I just don't feel it's appropriate right after a game. Like,
I've never been one to buy into distractions the way a lot of people do. Because only because I played sports before. We all play sports, whatever. We've had things, and it's just like, what is the distraction? Like, he's showing up, the team is showing up, right? To
Draymond is not showing up to nothing.
But the thing is, he was going to show up anyway. He's also been doing his podcast like before.
No, I understand.
So it's not a new thing. He's been doing it, and I mean, I hear the whole distraction thing, but it's like, how is it? If you're a professional athlete, and Draymond's podcast is distracting you, like, you got bigger problems. Maybe you should go. What is it, LeBron? Like 0 dark 30 and turn off all your social media during the playoffs, if that's the case. Because it's just a podcast. It's just him talking. Listen to it, don't listen to it, whatever. Like, here's the thing. Do you think the Celtics are watching the podcast, listening to Draymond's advice? If you remember the Celtics,
you never know.
No, hold on. If you remember the Celtics, are you trusting what Draymond's saying? What if he's saying, this is what I would do, this is what's going on, and he's just lying to get the Celtics to do something stupid?
Is it worth a listen if you're a random Celtics player?
No.
Okay.
Because it's the same thing. Fresh out the game, you got to get ready for the next game. You're listening to the opposing player on the team talk and give his 2 cents. Maybe you should be more focused on your team, your scheme, or whatever. I don't see the issue with it. Now his play is a different story, right? He's sorry right now.
Like shit.
Yeah, like, so there's that. But I just I feel like, and again, had he been playing better, no one would care about the podcast. Like, I feel like the podcast is only a problem because he's not playing well.
Playing like shit, yeah.
Right? So it's like, do we think the podcast is the reason he's not playing well? If the answer to that is not really, then I don't see the issue with it.
And it's
just like,
That's that then. You can slightly agree to disagree on that one. Again, my final thought is I think it's just inappropriate right now. Right now in the mix of the finals to get on after the game, to me, inappropriate.
It's inappropriate. Yeah. So he's supposed to just sit in his room. What
have players been doing for the last 100 years the NBA's been going on? Shutting up after the NBA Finals game and sitting in their hotel. Ain't nobody hopping no damn podcast.
Who wants to just sit in the hotel? Like,
all right, do you?
No. Go ahead.
Yo,
go ahead.
Dog, I'm saying this is the first time we have seen an NBA player start just talking shit with a platform after an NBA's final game. Like, true. That's the first time.
But also, this isn't a player who's still chasing a ring and doesn't know, what he's doing. This was it 3-time?
I don't care. It doesn't matter how many championships he's won. If you're in the mix of a NBA Finals, whether you have 1 or 0, 3, 4, 5, I don't give a fuck. Okay, I still think it's the same principle.
But here's my thing about the whole appropriate comment, the whole appropriate debate, right? Does it matter if it's appropriate or not? Like, and the reason why I say that is because it's like, if it's not affecting your play, to hell with what people think. Like, it's not a problem.
Okay, well,
like if it's
like we said, he's playing like shit. So I think his main focus, instead of hopping on the podcast, he should be thinking about the game he just played.
Him talking about the game is kind of thinking about the game he just played. He's giving a breakdown of what happened in the game. Like, that's kind of thinking about the game. Like, basketball's on his mind.
Like I said, I think it's just some things are just better left unsaid.
Would it be better if he was sitting at home watching anime?
Bro, I don't care. Like, I really don't care. I'm just saying, after putting up 5, 2, and 4, wouldn't you fucking
at least at this point after the game, he's still thinking about basketball. Other players are
you know what? You're right. You want to know why he's thinking about basketball? It's because he was benched in the whole fucking fourth quarter down.
He's had a lot of time to think about it.
Yeah. Well, congrats to him. Let's move on.